You started recording.
Yay, it worked.
Yay!
All right, good morning, students and staff. I wanted to welcome you to our special guest today. We have Miss Hannah Strong with us. She has been here before in person, and we asked her to come back again. So in this, I would like to ask Hannah, if you could tell us just a few things about yourself as Hannah Strong, not Hannah Strong, the meteorologist that we see on TV.
Sure, yeah. It's so funny. You see me on TV almost every day, and people feel like they get to know me a little bit, but I don't ever really get to share more about me as a person. So I'm Hannah. I really love being outside. That's kind of why I got into weather, is I just love to be outdoors, but when it rains, it's maybe not quite as much fun to be outside. So I want to know what the weather's going to be like so I can plan my life. I love to be outdoors. I love to walk or run or just generally be kind of active. I also really love to read. So my kind of perfect day is to sit outside in the sunshine, read a book, walk around a little bit, that kind of thing. Other than that, I've got a dog, so any dog lovers out there, that's the other big part of my life is my family and my little fur baby.
So I guess you kind of answered my question that you like to be outside. Is that one of the reasons you decided to become a meteorologist?
It is, yeah. I actually didn't know you could do this for a living when I was growing up. I mean, every kid spends time outdoors playing with their friends or running around the yard or whatever the case is. And I was always fascinated by the weather. It was different every day. I needed to know what it was going to do every day if I wanted to be outside. I just didn't know you could do this for a living. So I got all the way into college. I had started college already before I realized somebody would pay me to do this, to study the weather and to talk about the weather. So I got into the game of meteorology, into studying weather a little bit later than some folks, but it all started because I just love to be outdoors.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're able to do what you love.
Yeah.
So with being meteorology and tracking all the weather, what would you say your favorite weather is to forecast?
Well, I always have to say this with a caveat. My favorite weather to forecast or to cover is thunderstorms and tornadoes, but only if nobody gets hurt and there's no damage. I don't want anybody's lives to be affected in a negative way. Those can actually be really traumatic events, and so I certainly don't want anyone to have to endure that. But I also think that that's why I do this, why my job matters, is because I can use the knowledge I have of the atmosphere and of how storms behave to help keep people safe and to help maybe decrease some of that traumatic experience. So those are the days where I know that my job really matters and that I'm doing some good work for people, is covering storms and tornadoes. And that's why it's my favorite, is because I can feel that connection to people a little bit more.
Yeah, and I would say that's probably one of the most rewarding is when you can
Yeah.
protect everybody and keep them safe.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't do this because I like to be on TV or I like to hear myself talk. I do
Mhm.
this job because I desperately want to help people, and this is a way I can do that.
And we're thankful for that.
Oh, thank you.
So one of the things at GCMS, we have core values that we use to drive our educational process and we try to instill in our students. They are respect, determination, responsibility, caring, and honesty. Could you relate any of these core values to your career, either the pursuit of your career or at your current job?
Yes, every single one of them. In fact, that's why I love coming back to y'all's school and talking to groups every year, is because your emphasis on these core values is so important, not just in developing a career or in my job in particular, but in just developing as a good human. So in my job that I have here at WDRB and in the bigger just pursuit of weather in general, all of those core values are incredibly important. Determination is one that will serve you well in the long run. Find something that you love to do, that you're passionate about, and then build that determination to keep driving you forward. Like I was saying, I'm in this job to help people, and having that determination that I am going to help people, I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to communicate with them, being determined that that's going to happen, is one of the reasons I'm so good at my job and talking to people and communicating well with them, is because I've set that as my focus, and that's what I'm striving for. Another one of the core values that's really, really important to me and in the job that I have now is honesty. That's kind of one of my favorite ones you guys have picked.
Mhm.
It's something that we all kind of take for granted, But being a good employee comes down to honesty. It comes down to good communication, being honest with your coworkers, with your supervisors about the tasks that you're doing, how things are working in general. There are 5 of us meteorologists here at WDRB, and I think honesty is the reason our team works so well together, is because we speak to each other candidly. We respect each other. So there you go. There's another one. We respect each other enough to be honest with each other. Like, hey, this worked really, really well. Great job. Or this didn't work so well. Can we find a different way to cover the storm next time, or to, work on the same task, or whatever the case is. So all of your core values will serve you well in the future. My favorite 3 are those 3 that I just named, though: determination, honesty, big one, and respect. Respecting the people around you, and then being confident enough to demand that respect in return, or to earn that respect back from the people around you as well.
Yeah, I like how you've tied them together and how they do fit in well with each other.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
They're all interconnected.
yeah. Well, Hannah, thank you for letting me interview you. Is there anything else you would like to share with our students before I let them go for today?
I'm just so grateful that you guys would keep inviting me back, and I'm so just excited for the students this semester. I know that things maybe look a little bit different in a normal year. I'd come down for a visit and see you guys in person and get to hug you and shake your hand. But your dedication, your commitment to your education and to learning and doing this well with your eyes on the future, that's so important, and that's so awesome. Keep it up. School's a little bit different right now, but you guys are doing great work, so keep it up.
All right. Thanks, Hannah. Can't
Thank
wait to see
you.
you in person again soon.
Yes, I hope so.
All right.